Hello, pet parents. Robert Semro here, and I am joined by someone, well, not only do I adore her, but I learn from her constantly. Yvonne DiVita from Blog Pause. Welcome, thank you for being here, and congratulations. Yvonne is the 2015 Woman of the Year for the Women in the Pet Industry Network. That's a mouthful, but you certainly deserve it.
It is. Well, thank you, Robert, and I'm just delighted to be here. I've always loved sitting down and talking with you.
It is always fun, isn't it?
It is.
So, I want to start though with, I find it a little hard to believe our audience wouldn't know Blog Pause. Shame on you if you don't. But let's share a little bit about what you're doing at Blog Pause these days, because it's really grown.
It has grown, and it continues to grow, and Blog Pause is all about working with bloggers, working with people. So I want to go to the people factor. When we talk about women in the pet industry, we talk about pets, and we talk about the things that really make our hearts beat all the time. It comes down to the people, because I tell our brands that come to our conference, Blog Pause has a big conference every year to teach social media and to network and educate people. But I tell the brands all the time, the people are the ones that buy your products. I know you're coming to Blog Pause and you want to share all the wonderful things you have, but don't forget that we are people first. It always comes back to the people, Robert. Women in the pet industry, it's about the women. It's about the industry and the pets, but it's about the women and the things that they're accomplishing. And that's why I am so honored. I cannot tell you how honored I am to be Woman of the Year in 2015.
You deserve it. It was a beautiful moment. You won twice.
Yes, I won the Rising Star, and that was really just phenomenal. When I did nominate myself, Shauna always says nominate yourself because you can tell the best story. Well, I did. I went in and I said, I feel like I am a rising star. I feel like Blog Pause, in its growth from 2009, when it was just this little idea in our heads, myself, my husband Tom, and Caroline Gowan, when it was just something we thought of to help pet bloggers meet with brands, it has grown now to something where we are a recognized go-to resource, and we want to continue growing. And I thought, I am a rising star because we're getting better at what we do. We're getting better at the networking and the meeting and the connecting. And to be honest with you, WIPIN, Women in the Pet Industry, is a great big part of that, because Blog Pause is 85% women.
It is. I am glad to be a part of it. And I think the thing that always amazes me is, you talked about, social media and all this, but you really drove it home and you said, this is just such a great chance to hear people's stories and to connect with them. I mean, I love hearing from the brands, I love hearing from the experts, but really, and we've experienced it here at this conference, it is that embracing of all the fellow attendees. And let me share with you my experiences. Maybe you can share with me some things that I need to learn as well. It's that community that you certainly excel in, and I love it. Now, I want to ask you, how sweet was it to win over your daughter?
Well, I'll be honest with you that when we started Blog Pause, so not everybody knows this little story. Again, it was just this little idea that Tom and Caroline and I had, and we said, let's have a conference. Let's invite pet bloggers. Let's see if the brands want to come and meet the pet bloggers. And we put it out. We put it out on social media that we were thinking about doing this thing. And within a few days, we were getting people signed up. The bloggers were like, I have to be there. And lo and behold, I think it was only 2 weeks, a check came in the mail from a sponsor. And we sat down, Tom and I, we live in Denver, Caroline is in Ohio. But anyway, we called her and said, we got a check. We got a check, because we were the headquarters. What do we do with this check, Caroline? And I said, we have to call Chloe. So we called Chloe, who was an accountant at the time, taking care of her own business, and said, we have this check for this business idea that we had. Can you help us? So without Chloe, there wouldn't be Blog Pause. So it was bittersweet. It was wonderful to be there and to be up for this award with Chloe, who is a rising star in and of herself. But, I've worked hard.
Yeah, you can say, I know you did a little happy dance afterwards. It's okay. We all love Chloe, and she deserves all the praise that she gets as well. I mean, frankly, everybody over there at the Blog Post team. You all work so hard. You create such a wonderful, not only conference, but ongoing experience. I want to ask you, though, now that you've had a little bit of time to kind of reflect on this, what does this mean for you going forward?
Well, you know, this is an opportunity for me to continue to share the story of my writing and my desire to connect women to their story and be able to help them tell it in an effective way. Because so many women today, Robert, if you look at the landscape of business, especially in the United States, there are more women business owners than men. More women are leaving jobs or dropping out of corporate to start their own small business. And what they need most is a network like WIPIN and a way to tell their story. And what I've discovered in the 15 years that I've been in business is that most women don't know how to tell their story. They're shy, they're reticent, they don't want to go out there and shout to the world, look at me, and they need someone behind them teaching them how to do that. So I'm looking forward to having this opportunity to use this platform and say, look, I did it, you can do it, you want to know how? I'll teach you.
They could not have a better advocate, not only in you, but the other past winners as well. I mean, it is really a prestigious bunch, and it will continue to grow. If there was one piece of wisdom, though, that you could reach out right now and share with folks, what would it be that you would just say, here you go?
I would tell everyone, men and women alike, to get out of your chair and get out of your house and get out of your office. Okay, you need to go to events, not meetings. I'm talking about events. You need to go to conferences like WIPIN. You need to connect with other people. There is nothing, and there will never be anything more powerful than that face-to-face. What we're doing here, Robert, what we do in the sessions, what we do in the hallways. Shauna likes to say it, and by the way, kudos to Shauna.
Yes.
Energy
Absolutely.
over the top. I'm trying to siphon some of that off for myself. But the whole purpose of a business is to connect with other people, and you cannot do that anywhere else as effectively as a face-to-face. Never mind social media. I'm a huge social media fan, use it all the time, but when you get face-to-face, wow, what a difference.
Well, and it makes sense because our relationships are what are driving us in this business. Well, we love our pets. You know, let's find that common connection point. I always say it doesn't matter who you are. We could bring 100 people together from different countries. If we put a dog in the middle of that room, we will all connect because we all share that same passion.
Dogs and cats and, well,
Birds,
Blog Paws.
horses,
You know Blog Paws. We had a capybara last year. We had mini pet pigs this year. And in the end, what it does is that's the icebreaker kind of. We tell people all the time, people come to Blog Post and it's so easy to talk to someone you don't know because they have a dog with them, or they're wheeling their cat in a baby carriage, or you brought your dog, and it just makes it smoother, easier, and more fun.
It really does. Well, you all are doing such a phenomenal job. This conference, I know, all the folks at WIPIN give credit as well to Blog Paws and say it's a symbiotic relationship. We're all learning from each other. We're all improving from experiences. So again, I am so proud of you, and you deserve every last bit of admiration you got there. You've got a very heavy mantle to carry because we are all looking to you for guidance. But it is truly just an honor to know you and to work with you.
Well,
so,
thank you, Robert. Thank you very much. Thank you for being at Blog Post. Thank you for what you do because you help us tell our story.
Well, it's our pleasure and our honor.